Well, okay, so let's get started. All right, let's get back to work.
Put both his feet in the jar. Then, he crouched down and stuffed in his legs. I watched in awe as he squeezed his entire body into it, until it was completely inside the jar. His face was visible, but was completely smushed up against the glass, and I could finally see his face. He looked to be some balding middle-aged guy living in a drafty old apartment. Then, with his one free arm, he reached over and grabbed a lid and somehow managed to put it
That's
on
not physically
place,
possible.
closing the jar with his entire body sealed inside. I couldn't tell if the pressure was distorting his face or if he was just crazy.
You can't
but he
physically
smiled at
fit
me
yourself
very
in a whole ass
disturbingly,
jar.
like he was waiting for me to applaud. I didn't have any words. I
You
couldn't
really can't do
comprehend
that
how a
without
grown man
without
could fit
like
himself in a
like
something
bust
so
or breaking
small.
the
Well,
glass.
what do you think?
That's very cool, but can you get out?
Can I get out? Of course I can get out. What?
That's when he tried to push the lid off. But as soon as I saw it not move, the man's smile started to slowly vanish. From
He
his
told him
face.
like he would
I
apply.
knew something was
I'm not even gonna
He
cap.
kept
I mean,
trying to
like
push
that is
himself
kind of
up to
cool
get the lid
though.
off his back, but he wasn't able to budge it. He was too tightly packed in there to maneuver, and he couldn't get
But
any
the
leverage in his
original
position.
video of
All
like
a sudden,
one
the
man
hand was
one
written
jar,
all
he
over.
actually stuck it
Face
up his
turned like
ass, bro.
nothing. He frantically tried to move whatever he could, but all of it barely amounted to anything more than rattling
But since
his
since
cage.
it's a
Quickly, it
different
started to
like
seem as though he was having trouble
animation, they just made it different, I guess.
Oh God, I'm stuck. Help!
I don't know what to do.
Get me out of here, please!
But I don't know where you are. Tell me where you are and I'll call the cops. After the reality had set in that he was completely stuck, the panic had turned into utter despair. He was sobbing incoherently, completely incapable of forming words. Tears and snot and drool ran to his face
Dumbass.
and down inside the wall of the jar.
What is your location? Tell me!
I'm in my apartment. Please come find me. Please. Come find me.
What's your address? Please, that's all I need to know and you'll be okay! Damn it, man, focus!
No! It only took me a second to realize what I had done. I became so panicked and frustrated that I accidentally pressed the skip button when I banged my fist on the table, causing me and the stranger to be disconnected forever. I'll never be able to properly describe that sinking feeling I felt in that moment, knowing I had just doomed that man to his unusual fate of slowly suffocating, trapped, alone, unable
Not
to
gonna
move.
lie,
My hands were
that
shaking
would be for the
uncontrollably.
best.
I didn't think there was anything
Because
I
like,
could
bro,
do.
I'm
If
not
I
trying
told
to
the police,
like.
they wouldn't
I'm
be
not
able to
trying.
find
I'm
me
not
because
trying to
I
look at a
never heard
grown
his
man trying to
address.
show
I
getting out the
didn't
damn
record
jar. We
anything.
could
No
just
way of knowing what
push
the
yourself,
heck he is
push
was
yourself to
next.
try to get out the
Without a
damn.
better
You know what I'm saying?
I swore to never go back on there. I tried to forget that I was ever on Omegle in the first place. I actually got drunk for the first time that night, in hopes that I could go to bed and
Of
sleep
course
without
he's
much
drinking.
trouble. God knows, even after all these years, there's nothing that will get the
That was
image of
some
that trapped
deep-
man in a jar. out
It
of my
probably
head.
is, bro.
It's been
Because I
haunting
mean,
me for
something
so
like
long.
that game,
Every
like
day I wonder what happened then. If anybody ever came to rescue him, or if those moments he spent with me over the internet were his last moments with anyone. These days,
nigga want to pull off
remember one name on the jar.
a cool
It's a
ass
friend.
trick until his dumb ass got stuck.
We can count on Senator
Fuck,
Emil
bro.
Jones
I hate
to deliver
ads
for our
on
community.
YouTube.
As our state senator, Emil has been bringing jobs, opportunities, and funding to our
The
community.
day that
Both
I
on
actually
March
reached 50
17th,
followers in
to
one
re-elect
stream is actually
Senator
crazy.
Emil Jones III.
It's so easy to become a podcaster with Riverside.
That's gonna be a memory
First,
forever,
go to
man.
Riverside and
That's gonna
open
be a
an account.
memory.
When you're ready to record, just hit rec to capture high quality audio.
Wait, what do you say? Wait. What do you say? Jerry, it feels like I get 3-minute ads every 5 minutes. Okay. Let me break it down. So listen. To make it fair, I only put ad breaks every 30 minutes of the stream. So that's why you're gonna get like 2.5-minute ads. Because I'm not picky, I'm not greedy like these streamers that will give you like ads for like every 5 minutes or something like that. But for YouTube, yeah, YouTube, man. You can leave, like you can watch a good ass part of a video and all of a sudden an ad pulls up. You can't even skip the damn thing. Like, bro, see, this is why I stopped watching YouTube on my TV because, like, man, because I mean like not all videos have ads, but it's the fact that you have to you have to deal with unskippable ads, and they be like a minute and a half long, bro, and ain't nobody trying to like look at that shit for real. But Twitch ads, I put ads on Twitch, 2.5 minute ads every 30 minutes, because cause it's to balance it out, because I'm not the type to like put ads every like 5-10 minutes and shit. Like bro, no, I'm not that greedy. And plus, I want people to actually like enjoy the stream and like have like a few ad breaks. You know what I'm saying? So, it was what if it True wax. Okay. I don't know why I'm still watching this, bro. Wax creep.
Years ago, I worked at this cheap waxing salon in a rundown part of town. The place was open 6 days a week from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m., but the only people that ever really worked there were me and the owner herself.
9 a.m.
She'd come in for the morning and work on the handful of regulars we had. Then she would leave me to watch the shop from 3 to close. Since the salon was right on the edge of the ghetto, it isn't hard to imagine that the clientele was sparse at best, especially after dark. I hardly remember getting any customers in all the time I worked there. Mainly, I would just
I
make
got
myself
hella
appear busy
money.
by cleaning the same things over and over again, with more and more attention to detail as the boredom grew. It felt nice in a way for the boss to trust me with a business like that, and I was getting paid by the hour, so it didn't matter to me if I was
I
actually
swear, what the
waxing somebody or
like
just
you know the type of
sanitizing the
bodies
beds
these
again,
people be
even though they
having?
weren't
It be
in
like
use.
overly
All
skinny and
around,
shit.
it was an alright gig. And if nothing had happened, I probably would have kept working there until it inevitably closed down. or
Long
laid
ass
me
face,
off
big
due to
ass
lack of
eyes,
business.
skinny
But
ass.
of
You know what I'm
course,
saying?
I wouldn't have such a crystal clear memory of my last night working there if something hadn't happened. It was just after sunset, and I had another 2 hours to go on my shift, so I decided to wipe down the whole big window pane from the inside. Then the glass part of the front door, too. It was pretty dark out, and I knew I was in a sketchy side of town, so I took a good look through the door to make sure nobody was lurking out in front of the shop watching me clean. There was no one in sight, so I felt safe kneeling to wipe down the bottom window pane of the door. I killed a good minute making sure it was spotless. Then when I was satisfied, I stood up. That's when she appeared right in front of my face, staring at me right on the other side of the glass. I was so shocked that I screamed and almost jumped into the air. She looked like the most severely anorexic person I've ever seen, like just a sack of skin hanging from a stiff skeleton, and her eyes were so sunken in that it almost made her skull look hollow. For a moment, I thought she was
Nah,
dead,
see,
but somehow
nah.
still standing. But then after we kept staring at each other, her neck started to twitch, tilting her head from side to side. And at the same time, her mouth fell open and she began to make the most
Nah,
awful
bro.
noise. Like growling almost, but something more inhuman. I backed away from the door, wishing I had kept my key.
What's the difference between them? Let's see. Let's do a breakdown. One looks normal looking, I guess, and another one looks like a complete piece of shit that's like horrifying and shit's like, "Ugh." You know what I'm saying? Raggedy ass hair, long ass face, long ass mouth, skinny ass body, none of that shit. You know what I'm saying? And now for the regular one, she looks okay in my opinion, but she may have like like these, but a skinny ass waist. Nah.
Keys on me
They
in
do
that
kinda look
moment,
the same,
or
though, in
better
my
yet, that
opinion.
there was a deadbolt I could just throw to keep her locked out, but there wasn't. She wouldn't stop making that sound, staring at me.
One could be a
without
little
blinking,
raggedy, you know what I'm
without
saying?
even breathing. I knew I'd been caught off guard, so I tried to collect myself.
Excuse me, can I help you?
She didn't respond. I was beginning to think she was incapable of speech. Without breaking eye contact with me, she walked into the door, pushing it open with her body like she didn't even notice it. Now,
Get the
to
fuck
my
out of my-
horror, she was inside the shop, and she still hadn't taken a breath from that creepy clicking sound that she was making with her throat.
Hey, what are you doing here? Can I help you with anything? Hello?
When I shouted at her again, she stopped for a second, but all she did was
Nah,
twitch.
bro.
Do you know where you are? Is there anyone I could call for you, ma'am?
Then, something in her twitched up subtly. Her eyes drifted away from me and looked off somewhere else. She took another step forward, slowly and rigidly, then walked past me like I wasn't even there. Her aura was so intense and so deeply unnerving that I was frozen stiff until she made her way about 6 feet away from me again. Finally, I remembered I was on the clock, and I
Did
tried
he
to
say
tell myself
aura?
that this was just one of those weird street people that wandered in sometimes. The only thing back where she was walking was the actual salon, and she definitely wasn't
The fact that
allowed
she
in there.
not even like trying to
Hey,
attack
you
her or
can't go
nothing
back
is actually
there.
crazy.
Customers only. Hey!
She walked right through an open door into one of the rooms, and that awful sound she made followed her in. By this point, I was really losing my patience with her, but I was still so very disturbed, which is why I kept my distance rather than physically blocking her way in. Still, somebody had to deal with the situation, and it just so happened that it had to be me if I wanted to keep my job. So after a few seconds, I tiptoed up the doorway and cautiously peeked around the corner. The image I'll never forget is that woman having crawled onto one of
Alright,
the
bro,
beds
what
with
the
her
fuck?
contorted body writhing and thrashing like she was a demon being exorcised. Right as she snapped her neck to look at me and screaming,
Wax me, wax me, wax me.
that was my breaking point. I sprinted out of the shop and didn't look back until I jumped into my car and hid inside with the doors locked. From there, I immediately called the police and watched through the windshield into the shop to see if she did anything else while I waited for help to arrive. When they finally showed up, it was only 2 cops in one car. They looked pretty aloof until they saw how shaken I was. Then they actually did an investigation. I remained outside while they walked through to go see her, and I watched as they looked all around, then walked back out, shrugging.
Of course they're
I couldn't
black
believe
cops.
them when they said she wasn't in there.
No, wait, they're not black.
I went back in and searched through everything they had just looked at, convinced that she had to be hiding somewhere, but she was literally nowhere to be found. I explained that there was no backdoor exit, and I know without a doubt that I didn't see her leave the way she came in, so somehow she had to still be in there. The cops looked like they were already
They look
done with
black.
me,
Don't they look
but
black
they
to me?
asked to see the security footage
Nah.
anyway. Right then, my stomach dropped as
They
I
look
remembered
black, bro.
my cheapskate boss
One
had
could
been
just,
putting
like, dye
off
their
fixing
hair.
the security cameras for over 2 months, so there was no footage of that night at all. There were cameras in there, but they weren't recording. They were just for show. At that, the cops dismissed everything and left me there, dumbfounded. Of course, I quit on the spot. I didn't want to chance ever seeing her again. It's been about 10 years since that night, and even though most people don't believe me, I always tell this story because of how much it has stuck with me. Honestly, I think that woman was some kind of ghost. It's the only explanation for how she could have appeared and disappeared like that without a trace.
What he say?
You, just you, building your app.
Wait, what did he say? Dog just punched your shadow turn to fine powder. Nah, see, because like it's something like that where it turned to be like creeping up on me like that, especially if I'm like alone or some shit. Bro, I'm punching the hell out of you, bro. Like, bro, see, I don't play that shit. You know, like I don't play that shit. Especially if it's dark. Like if you lady come up to me looking all crazy and shit, bro, you gonna get like a 2-piece combo and that's it. I'm leaving the place. Talking about like calling the cops or something like that. Yeah, I ain't going out like the horror movie girls. Nah, because sometimes it may be the white girls, bro, that be doing that shit. Like, bro, talking about something like, oh, wait, do you hear something? We should investigate. Nigga, black people don't even do that shit. Black people don't even investigate in horror movies, bro. But like, if it was like a comedy one, that they would do that shit just to be funny. But like literally in reality, like bro, I ain't gonna touch. I'm gonna sit there like, yeah. Tell me so we should split up, bro. None of us gonna split up, bro. We not splitting up. We not gonna split up. Sooner and sooner, one of us gonna go the wrong way, we'll go the other way, and one of us gonna end up dead. What's the point of staying together? Like, bro. See, man, see that shit I be talking about. It may be the white people that be doing that shit. Horrible, so we should split up, motherfucker. Who's gonna split up? Like, bro, ain't nobody trying to split up, bro. Like, nigga, it's literally a crazy ass serial killer on the loose to try to get us. And you talking about split up, nigga? No. At this point, bro, you talking about splitting up? Y'all on your own, cause I'm gone. I'm leaving y'all niggas here. Like, come on now. What you say? What's the original story of that next one? What's that? Oh, that wax one. To be honest, I don't even know. But it's supposed to be like a true horror story though. I gotta look it up one day. I gotta look it up. Probably somebody peeling themselves with wax or something like that. I don't know. Like somebody want like another nigga to like put wax on, they just peel it off of them. Me not know. And me do not want to know. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, let's continue. We gonna watch this last one, and then we gonna like look at something family friendly.
On base 44.
Shoot, Instagram horror story. Oh, never mind. We might watch a couple more of these. Oh, the edgy eggs. Oh, nah.
I've been living with a diagnosis of
Nah,
bipolar
see,
disorder
because
for
like
years
if
now,
it's
and
if
although
it's
I take
gonna be some
medication
like
for it,
some
the treatment has
stupid
never
shit when
been
it comes to an
100%
ex, bro, it's
I
gonna be
don't even
crazy.
know what normal is supposed to feel like anymore, but apparently, I'm not. At least.
Why you taking
that's what
medicine,
people in
bro?
my life
Can you
tell
are you
me.
supposed to take
The love of
those?
my life was the one who threw it in my face the most. We were together for quite some time, and we used to love going out every
I don't
chance
think
we
bro's
got,
supposed to take
even after I
those.
started seeing my psychiatrist. We did it all. Movie dates, dinner dates, hikes through the nature, and trips to the beach. The whole romantic ringer. And it was often documented by Instagram selfies and that sort of thing. Anybody who knew us based on our social media would have guessed we were a perfectly happy couple, but the reality was not so rosy. Like any couple, we had our ups and downs, but our lows certainly outweighed our highs. Every single argument we ended up getting into got heated and out of hand, sometimes even devolving into physical altercations.
You're not listening to me!
Shut up! I'm not talking to you while you're throwing things and screaming at me.
I'm not screaming at you, I'm just upset!
Over what?
What is he doing, gang?
Just leave me alone!
When things started to blow up, it always ended with her refusing to speak to me and running off into the bedroom where she kept me locked out for hours. I hated being shut out, but when I eventually cooled off and heard her crying to herself on the floor, I always forgot whatever it was we were fighting about, and did what I could to let her know that at the end of the day, all I wanted to do was be there for her.
Baby, I'm sorry, let's not do this again.
Nah, gang, you need to control your anger.
It's always your fault.
I know it was me. I don't understand myself either. I wish I could for you. But you have to believe me. I'm trying. I don't keep trying. Just please let me in.
I'll come out in an hour.
Nah, he ain't trying
Just give me
shit.
Some space.
I can't even remember how many times that scenario played out, but every time, we
Yeah,
swept
don't
the
that kind of
issue
sound
under
like
the
some
rug and pretended like
manipulation, bro?
everything was okay.
Talking about something,
Neither
I'ma
of us
keep
knew
trying
when
this
we
and
were
that.
supposed to fix
Motherfucker,
each
you
other,
scaring
so
your
we just
girl.
Didn't. Over time, I tried to figure out ways to compensate for the problems. For
Like, bro, your
instance,
girl
when we
do
went
not
out,
want to
especially
try
right
to
after a
like
big
talk or
fight,
try to reason
I
with
was
somebody
always
who
extra
gonna raise their
affectionate and
voice every
touching. I
time.
knew that was her love language or something, so I figured she would appreciate the ample PDA. I thought maybe it was working because it always made her smile. But then I slowly
What just happened? Oh,
realized that it was a fake smile out of awkwardness. And that
Something
was
just
the moment
paused.
I realized she was thinking about leaving me. That made my blood boil. But I was dead set on not fighting in
something
public
just paused
anymore.
for a second.
So I kept it bottled up and acted like I couldn't notice her rolling her eyes and making me feel like some clingy psychotic boyfriend. But when other men looked at her,
Toxic
I snapped.
manipulation
All the
and
pampers flew
gaslighting.
up in the face of
Yes.
whatever stupid schmuck had the balls
Period.
to look at my girl with some dopey smile.
What do you think you're looking at, punk.
The
That's
gaslighter at his
You better stop
finest.
staring unless you want a pavement facial. You got that?
Stop it! What's wrong with you?
What's wrong with me? I'm not the creep who's eyeing something that ain't his.
Stop shouting at me! You and I need to talk!
I knew what that meant. That was what she said when she was about to suggest we take a break from each other.
Bro, what is
But I
wrong with
always
this
shut the
nigga
idea
gang?
down. But one night, when I thought she was going to suggest time apart again, she took it a step further.
I can't be in this relationship with you anymore. We need to just be friends.
Oh, good,
You're breaking
good.
up with
She
me?
left him.
After everything we've been through together, you're really just gonna end it now?
Yes, we're toxic. We're not good for each other.
Good, good. She's done with him.
You're doing this to me. You traitor!
I pretty much blacked out when she broke up with me. I smashed everything in my house. I broke windows, punched holes in the walls, and ripped the doors off the hinges.
Nah, see,
And when I came
nah,
to,
bro.
The whole place was trashed, and my
He's
girlfriend was
weird.
gone. The next day, I called her up, but she didn't reply. I had to ring her a dozen times before she eventually picked up.
Baby, I am so sorry about last night. I
Nah,
don't know
this
what
ain't
to
no
do.
schizophrenia, bro.
Please give me another chance.
You ran out of chances a long time ago.
I know. But can we meet for one more walk along the trail?
This is a nigga who can't even
Please
control
do
his
for him
damn
and
attitude.
things properly, you know?
He's toxic.
Fine. But we aren't
More
getting
peak.
back together.
I felt a lot
Yeah,
better
man,
knowing
we
that
just
I'd
doing
at least get to walk
reactions
the old
tonight.
nature trail with her one more time. I looked forward to it all day and night, and even got cleaned up a bit just to see her the next day.
Yeah, and this is why he can't keep a relationship, cause he got major ass anger
We were both
issues.
pretty close.
That's
I
why.
tried to ease the tension by holding her hand, but she rejected it immediately. From that
Nigga
point
can't
on,
even
she
keep his own
acted like
girlfriend
all
in
fish.
shape
We
without
walked a
him
full mile
over
in
doing some
complete
shit that's gonna
silence.
fuck it
All
up.
we did was stop every few hundred feet to take photos of the landscape for Instagram. Except this time, we weren't in the photos together, which definitely stunk.
Yes, sir.
By the time
Horror
we got
Shorts
to the
party.
turnaround point of the trail,
They such a
we scaled
W
up the
channel.
hillside and looked over a cliff to the rest of the nature preserve. I was honestly ready to just be done.
Nah,
with it.
schizophrenia,
There was
that's
no
something
point
that's
in
going on
stupid
with your
walking.
head, like
And there was no
hallucinations and
point in
shit.
trying to
That's
talk
not no
to her, let
schizophrenia.
alone try to win her back. The view from the cliff was quite nice that day, and we both made sure to take photos of it. I got one standing next to her by the ledge, but then, while she was engrossed in taking as many photos as possible, I slowly backed up a few steps, got one last picture of her enjoying the view, then ran forward and did the deed.
Go back. No. No. Nah. Hey, nah, bro. He pushed her. Wait, did he push her?
Here's the alleged photograph.
Bro, that was real. That was real. Wait, what? It randomly says perspectives? Wait.
Engrossed in taking as many photos as possible, I slowly backed up a few steps, got one last picture of her enjoying the view, then ran forward and did the deed.
He did the deed.
Here's the alleged photograph.
He pushed her.
It was the last image shared via her boyfriend's Instagram. I guess you now know the disturbing backstory behind this candid photo.
Yeah, he pushed her.
Welcome to the new generation. of
All
web
because she
creation.
broke up with him, bro. That was, bro, that's some
Lingerie.
crazy bull. True Wax Horror Story 2. Oh, wow. Gorilla. Okay.
Thinking about this story from my past always reminds me that I wasn't exactly the most stable person in my mid-20s. I had just gotten out of college with a degree in kinesiotherapy, but after several months of a fruitless search for a job that was actually in my field, I settled for a job in a waxing salon. I only did it because I was out of time and needed to get some kind of income before I went completely broke. But it was a completely dead-end job in the worst part of town. The area was known for
Don't they kind of
robberies
like
and
Family
gangs
Guy,
and
bro?
generally high crime rates, and we saw our fair share of that from the salon. Every time I went into work, the rotating cast of junkies that would
What the fuck is this,
constantly
Family
linger
Guy
outside
gang?
would harass me for money or try to solicit me for a free wax or something, which is a great way to start the day in a good mood.
Nah, don't this look like Family Guy a
I hated
little
my
bit?
life
You know what I'm
before.
saying? We watched Family
For
Guy.
some reason, the salon was wildly popular with the residents of the neighborhood. There was no wonder why it was understaffed. The place
Yeah, we
always
watched
seemed
Family
full, but
Guy,
the
bro.
customers never
Okay.
seemed to mind. probably because they didn't notice it over their own stench. They were the most disgusting sort of people that you can imagine having to work on. None of them seemed to care about personal hygiene, which inevitably scared off 90% of the employees. It was like a salon for all the bums,
Wax salon.
blondes, junkies,
Oh,
and
nah.
lowlives in the hood to hang out at. I stuck it out for a few months though, and the longer I was there, the more I hated myself and everyone around me. Things came to a boiling point around the beginning of February, that time of the year right before Valentine's Day, when everybody wants to get a wax. It made the salon ridiculously busy, and since I was the newest hire, I got stuck with most of the work. For days on end, I didn't get a moment to breathe between clients. Yet I still ended up behind, having to stay late with no overtime pay while my boss hid in her office. Every time they screwed me over, I got closer and closer to a full-on mental breakdown, but I was doing everything in my power to keep it together. But then, one day, just a few days before Valentine's Day, it was time to call
I'm reading
an
y'all
appointment
chats
for
off
a
my
man
phone,
named
bro.
Helen.
That's why I'm
Homer,
laughing.
we're ready for you.
At first, there was no response, and for a moment I thought they hadn't shown up and I might just get ahead
Yeah,
of
this is
schedule.
Family
Of
Guy,
course, that
bro.
wasn't the case. The largest,
Oh,
scariest
oh,
man I've ever seen
oh,
walked in and smoked.
oh, 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 oh. Okay. 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 All right. This is okay.
Smiled at me, spiking my blood pressure even higher than it
Okay.
already was. I knew it would easily take me the rest of my shift just to wax this guy depending on what he asked for, and I was too busy to deal with that. Unfortunately, I had no choice.
What kind of wax will you be having today, sir?
Oh, ooh.
Please.
Are you
Bro, his rolls have rolls. His chins have chins. Nigga, he built like queso, bro. That's Queso's lost twin. See, look, got the body tie, got the shirt and everything, bro. Yeah, that's Queso right there. That's Queso right there. Queso, get your lost twin, bro. That's Queso right there. Okay, okay, let me stop.
sure?
Did I stutter? Did I say I wanted a Brazilian wax? Did I request a BBL? Yes, I'm sure. Now put some pep in your step, little lady. I don't have all day.
Okay then, right this way, sir.
I kept my cool and let him into the salon room in the back. There, I gave him the usual speech about undressing and getting...
Queso, get your... Oh! Okay. Alright, bro. I'm done. I'm done.
I didn't waste any time.
That's queso right there,
As soon as
bro.
he lay down on the table, I smeared the liquid wax on his thick, matted body hair, and tape over top of it, then let it rip. I cracked a little smile at how quickly he went from a
Talking
big,
about
tough
so
guy
his
to a
titties
screaming
have
little
titties.
baby.
That's
But I didn't
queso
let it
right
sit.
there.
I also, of course, didn't slow down.
I'm sorry, sir, but that was just 1 out of 1,000. You've still got 999 more to go.
What?
998? No can do.
Oh,
mister.
she finna
I've got
wax
a
the
lot
hell out of
work
this
to do,
nigga.
and I'm not gonna spend 1 more minute than I have to with you.
Screw you!
What was that?
Tell him so he gonna feel that shit. I bet he won't.
Not right.
Oh, so you think you can tell me how to do my job? Is that right?
No. Something just doesn't feel right.
Why don't you just let the professional handle their business?
No! There's a less painful way to do this.
Oh,
Nope.
oh.
You're the one who signed up for a full body wax, remember?
Nah. Talking about abuse. Nah, he'll be fine.
I poured all my pent-up frustration into
He'll be
ripping out
fine.
that guy's body hair. Honestly, I don't think I ever worked faster. Something about the pain I was inflicting upon him was extremely motivating, even cathartic. By the time I was halfway through, the big man was sobbing like a lost child. But no matter how much he whimpered and screamed and begged me to stop, I told him to suck it up and kept going. Actually, his crying made me laugh, and more pathetic than pain. Funnier, I found.
Yeah, she wasting the fuck out of this
I
nigga.
never enjoyed a single day at that job, but I did enjoy working at home. About 45 minutes later, we were done. I cleaned the pile of discarded tape and left Homer in the room to get dressed while I went out to the waiting room to call up my next client. However, right as I walked out the door, my boss was there in my face, glaring at me like I just killed somebody. She looked behind me and saw Homer writhing around the tape, looking like a shriveled up chihuahua. She started freaking out and began apologizing profusely, offering him some sort of compensation before finally escorting him out the door. After he limped away, she went back into the room and rummaged through my setup to see why the appointment turned out that way. And that's when she came to me, a huge bottle of Gorilla Glue, asking me if I had used it on Homer. The funny thing is, I don't remember bringing that into work, but when I think about it, it makes sense. I must have been in a really bad mood and thought it would be a good idea. But apparently waxing somebody with industrial grade.
Oh yeah, Ned is gonna start soon.
They fired me that day, which I wasn't really impressed about. My life, my career,
In about
my mental
5,
stability
4,
have gotten
3,
much better now
2,
that I'm rid of that
1.
place. But I'm still surprised
Hey.
Homer never sued us.
We're gonna pause right here.